Renegade. Man when afraid, man not the wilderness. Keep it real and honest round here, no tabloid. Hey people, I have to like 3 show today, you know, because I have some breaking news. I want to have breaking news too. But I have around 2 other breaking news. I want 4 show me have to go do. Coming like 9 up to 3. I remember so we have Titans to do, you know, so you know, but we want to break some of the little things. But very important, including the police and the development to the youth, them with them name some name where one come from St. Thomas, one come from down in a Clarendon, 2 from Parkland, one come from way up in a Padmore, where Mason. That no so listen. So the one and one did have one hand. So the one and one in carry the rifle and did a bus it. I don't know how I'm bus it to the one hand there. Rifle and I'm loaded back and both. One hand. Yes. So I want to deal with that. But this one I deal with very important. So Big Mama come admit. Well, enough he admit him if it said the right thing. At the first never hear him speak the truth out of his mouth. He might try to defend the truth, but him come and speak the truth. A good thing you have program like this. We ain't do fact checking and hold him to the truth. So I admit JLP say I got them burn down Eventide. And hear him not counter, but him tell him yes. Because him tell him say yes, CIA. Me a play it when I hear it, when I say, wow, what for force Big Mama to come talk the truth? So I'm admitted. And him tell the labor right one, them are going like them daft. I say, yes, CIA, born on Eventide woman. CIA, yes. The JLP, CIA, him say. But at the first, in the history, Big Mama, you have to drape him to the truth. All you need to do, the facts checking. Because him lie everlasting, Lie. So now you drape him and him come tell me, I tell you this. Me say you shouldn't have the JLP because them for charge for treason the whole I want dead. I want to ask dead man if he was part of the same squad will go up there and light the fire. We are ask you. We have brethren cumulatively, But that the whole thing one who step, Yeah, man. Yes. Who see how to make step? See? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, me there. See? We are asked dead man if he was a part of it. Because you have brethren from Tivoli call your name, So me ask you, me just ask you, these people, them shouldn't even have politics. For so long, we allow them to go around and tell lie. Squeeze lie. When it make no sense. Because sense of it, I'm open up my shirt, because when I chat, get warm under the collar, See? For so long, if you think about it, you have a government in power. And see, I want to destabilize your country. And them talk at it documented. Them have documents in the release and them tell you what I want. See? But in one country, even in front of we the other day, we see what I want, how them work with the opposition in the country. Right down here in Central America. Yeah? We see them work in Central America. Where the opposition them say, well, them win, and you see what I want, you see. A matter of fact, you see people rushing upon them. And the president down there, Medora, him catch some of them. Some mercenaries. And put them up. If you Google it, you see it. See? Him catch some of them and put them up. Yeah? Yes. See? So, without a doubt, when them go around and talk foolishness, and then you have the labor right them like how them big fool and stupid. Michael Monday, him say them, all one of them I try to tell Big Mama. And the first time I hear Big Mama try to talk the truth. And him say, and him that try to twist something, can I play him now? You know, well, you have the documents, them have documents, and them same one talk. One who company, you have the documents. Venezuela, the same thing, front of the eye. And then if you study, you know about destabilization. See? When you hear about, let me tell them something. When you hear about CIA and involvement, right? Remember Monday, them I get out. So it wouldn't be a Monday I work with CIA, and that's so stupid. Hey, that's what I say, you don't have a bright labor right, So if I try convince Big Mama, and Big Mama said, no, CIA that, to make Monday look bad. You can't believe this? You can't believe this. Hey, when you hear me play this, when I say, well, on there. No, because I want some, I knock it, I'm a bend. We have to make a what brother. I'm a Ben. So it forced Big Mama. If we just come out for even one time and say, well, the JLP, the labor, yes. Yeah, them, that CIA. To get out, man. The man, PMP. One of them did that chat foolishness. But no, on a serious note, these people were charged for treason. Dead man, nobody must have voted for him, shouldn't have voted for him. Yes? Nobody should have voted for that nastiness. Yeah? Dead man, nobody not supposed to vote for that guy. Yeah? So dead man and the whole of them. Nobody, him, the same one, Queenie, Cougar, the whole of set, them for charge of treason. No more we have it about them get up and trick people on here. It will not work. Yeah? It not work. No more them get up and tell lies. Yeah? Let me go now before I start. It's a big mama here, you know.
Papa Nana.
Well,
Mr. Hughes.
Yes, sir.
How you do?
I'm all right.
Yeah, this.
Mr. Hughes, I have to take 2 pressure tablets a while ago.
Why?
When I hear you said, I hope I'm hearing right, that the Eventide fire was the act of the CIA?
Yes.
Well, what's going on at that, you know? You remember this tell be a lie, you know? It tell be a lie. But remember, when you have it documented, and you have things like we run here, we have, we will do facts checking and keep them alive around here. Him can't do no better. You hear what I'm just saying? The labor wants him have to take 2 pills. You understand? Yes. Him asked, FinTech was no corruption. FinTech itself compared something. Him said that too. We have to deal with that FinTech thing. Because what them do, them run out with lies over the time. And him need to stop it. Because him head spread the lies. Yeah? FinTech couldn't be corruption. You have to start telling the people them the right thing. See? We have to keep them in check. You can't do this because politics say destroy the country. Them for charge Big Mama for treason too. Me I go play that. Let me start my show. And maybe just remind the people them at the Eventide home. Just to get power. The JLP destroy the country. Yeah? Destroy it. And Big Mama should remember this because him did go on there so and I'm madly give him the education. And you sit down there and make them that finger man like Monday under the bus. Anybody finger man there under the bus, them that shit to them for charge for treason. When you have outside forces attack your country, and if you are real Jamaican, you don't make people attack your country from outside forces. They're imperialists. Attack your country and dig it down. And you help aid them because you want power. Seaga, born a bastard. So when them have him, remember, you know, American India turn 1-1 him and just mash up the whole place. And then you want to give this man praise because you not eat that to the worse than the bad slave them in our history. When you hear that, look while when I play that, it will move, you know. So we have to do this. Because we have some other breaking news are very serious. But we want to talk about the campaign finance. And I tell Andrew when they stop use taxpayers' money and run your ads them. And give Big Mama and the one of them. Hey, me hear one from down at EOJ, me want to burn up she, but me not going to do it in this. Me not going to talk about she in this. Me going to talk about it in my next show. See? Yeah, man, him for remove. This is goddamn, hey, them for go, man. You understand? Them to go away. It's wrong. Let me start this. So you hear him have to come out and start talk. Him sit down and talk with them one bag of bullshit. One bag of bullshit. Eh? A good thing you know have the man in the wilderness, the renegade, and I just say, hey, so when my brother there will live near me up in the wilderness, him live in the wilderness too, you know. H-back. Him know the place live. Him not, I like my neighbor. Him not live too far from me. H-back. You see him, Chris? Big up yourself, fam. You see? Yeah, man, we live in the wilderness. Oh, yeah, man. So, man, in the wilderness, a good thing you have a man like me, man, in the wilderness, keep it real. No tabloid. None. These guys will run up their mouth and remember them blood upon them. And can you imagine? You have over 150 old people. and them suggest that to you and give the petroleum jelly for use and put it on in like 8 minutes. And you barricade in the door and it have enough door. And you destroy them people here. Just to make Michael Mandy look bad. Me and I want to talk to Big Mama tell him say no. You know, boy, Tony Spalding and them both down over there. So the same one, them yes, the same one, them about it down because them come from Donativali. Don't vote with that too. I mean, for that way, yes. Them same one. Yes. The PMP, I am the bigger desta. What a bigger desta. There was nothing about no bigger desta. For nobody else that Seaga used that name. And talk about peasant. My brethren, go Cuba, go train. They have them have doctors and things. You have to work in the field like one per month. Whether you do cane, whether you do this, so the doctor not bigger than nobody else and them thing there. Discipline. So when you talk about train and this and woman, I say, yes, them are telling lie. They're telling lie. Yeah? Lies. Me bring in my brethren. Maybe me might call him now, but I bring him on Titans later. And him tell him we go back him train. I want the man them will put it, them man they were big. Cause remember, you know, who not turn doctor, them, you know, engineer and all kind of thing. Nothing about no big this lie. Lie! And then hear them lie now. You train a Cuba as brigadista. Michael Manley in a power. Just critical thinking before me start. Michael Manley in a power. And then Michael Manley tell them to come for gun. And them go over there. And when you look them and them come from south, and JLP I go for them gun with them drop off and soldier about them. Green Bay. Not about no brigadista, you train brigadista man what with you. Say, and then you have soldier kill out brigadista. That makes sense. Them fool, they fat. Them for hey. And for them just run with the ears and them just be the lie. Them lie like Andrew on this man. Lie man. And then really if you think over it don't even make no sense. Don't even make no sense. Because you see I used to drop off the thing and drop off them cash, but they stack a bullet and gun and all kind of things them know. And them go get caught up. Yeah? One of them both him come from South and then South man that in a Michael man the thing and yes a brigadista, South and right. Make sense? No. I'll be able to sit and talk here. All right. Let me start my show. Come at them. I'm going to look on Big Mama. I cover them right now. Watch this.
We are beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump sum we are beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber.
When people elect the government of a country, it's the servants protect the people of that country, not to put them life in misery. You understand? The Luciano over there, man.
Government, stop pressuring the poor. Politicians, your judgment coming for so. It's a government in your regiment. Stop pressuring the poor. Politicians, your judgment coming for so.
Yo, politician, with the evil's mission, who no we blame. Too money and power and fame. Wanna go friend up the youth, them relieve down the lane. Give them big gun and brainwash them brain. Yo, wanna buy them cow, wanna buy them clothes and buy them.
I could get to, me could just get to Big Mama and the tape. And then we're going to drop back in the Eventide of the CIA who come down, who see the covert action and everything. So I get to Big Mama and him talking right now. Yeah, right now. Watch this.
There is our
Start it.
Papa Nana.
Mr. Hughes,
Yes, sir.
how you do?
I'm all right.
Mr. Hughes, I have to take 2 pressure tablets a while ago.
Why?
When I hear you said, I hope I'm hearing right, that the Eventide fire was the act of the CIA?
Yes. There is archival material, yes, that says so. And that is disputed by some people, but it is part of the records, yes, that it was orchestrated by the CIA to increase the instability in the country.
Almighty God. You know why I'm grateful that I didn't die today, but I tell you, my pressure went up. So, what was the Somal inquiry in that? The PMP didn't have anything at all to do with it. Yeah.
That is hotly contested and in dispute, sir. We don't.
No, that can't contest it. When you see a fun Jamaica can do with them at all. So, he might be able, they can remember, I bush at them. Oh, the PMP, the JLP has said these things. You in a power. Michael, I teach people, all old people, 90 at for read. Them come into life, Jamal. Love people. You want unseat him. You want him look bad. And him say, I can't test it. But him attack the truth. I am says at the JLP them. Just listen. Yes? So there is nothing to contest. We look at other country or the CIA work in other country because we study that. Them release them have documents. Them depend tape. Them talk it before this. One of the things when I play from 1982. But we don't have JBC alone, so we couldn't show it. I want to see them, want to upload them. So them that show them over there. So. No, everything out. Yeah? Hear this. If you just move one man, if you take over a country. I remember, it's a Cold War and them big Jamaica in it. And who, them the patriotic, the labor at them, Them it's evil. Should I tell you, hey, them shouldn't even the stage that chat about a fuck about all the one that you think in bushrat about. The people, no, surrender. You have to surrender because you know what them did I work for. Surrender. Because them a criminal. Surrender the country to the PNP. So you use false PR, false news, false everything. I run out and I talk about PNP, what PNP are trying to build the country from all land. Set a foundation and them they are destroyed. And then going at some people that gone. Man of the wilderness is here. I remember I'm not answer to these kind of liars. I'm not answer to era leaders, freak, punks, bullies, and that get me mad. I'm coming like Incredible, So that get me mad when I see all them things and the lies where Andrew tell me, yo, listen, nobody can give me no chat. He must move. They mash up the country. Go away. Continue play.
No, the fact is we don't know. There are allegations, accusations, counter-accusations, counter-allegations.
Hear this.
Yes.
That's right. No, sir. The more you live, the more you hear. I'm so confused that I'm not even, two other things that...
How Eventide burned down?
Well, Eventide burned down, the same set and them that burned down, that's burned down Eventide, and them same one burned down Orange Villa, because the former minister of housing, you're supposed to know who me are talking at the time there.
The late Minister of Housing, Anthony Spalding.
No, yeah, Winston Spalding.
No, Anthony Spalding.
Tony Spalding.
Right.
My brother was.
Say she saw some dumbass. You name Anthony when them call it. Them just say Tony. Them shot it. Anthony. He might tell me Winston, Tony Spalding. And at them you come and tell for them pick the things. When them fire hear them, they know it's a buster kind of foolishness, them garbage. They're not critical thinkers. You think you could have come with something and talk to me and it not sound right and then me gobble it up and then send it on. That's why Jamaica, well, I live. And I'm on the heights. First in study. You can't get up and trick nobody like a man like me, yes, with no foolish, no garbage. Me name not fit there. You understand? For your talk, and it don't make sense. I'm going to point it out. It don't make no sense. Hear him now. He might try to convince Big Mama, but Big Mama, hear what Big Mama has said.
He have a brother what did run over the other side.
Yeah, Winston. He's still alive.
Right. I will feel strong man them do it because me no know if you remember just after Michael Manley send the brigadier that them go down to Cuba and then come back because of upon the time there, you know. Man started to know how to make pull up and make gun out there because you remember in that time they couldn't have no manual cover because they used to use it make gunshot.
So a manual cover, they make out of iron. Them use that. I would have the gunshot machine and we use it. The manual cover make gunshot, but the manual make out of. I'll be a full cream attack, you know. Them time that the wheel heavy iron, the manual cover, and them still make out of iron. So you take the manual cover for make gunshot. Yes, continue.
Oh.
Yeah. When you remember say him did have a police force that they used to call home guard.
Yes, the home guard service, yes.
One of the most notorious gunman who used to live over jungle named Starkey.
Starkey.
Then he started gun to carry because them say if he have to be DC to work with a gun.
Oh.
John, come and take this from the man here, you know. I chat for you know.
Me can't forget when them go down Orange Villa.
Oh, let me just correct myself. Let me correct myself. Winston Spalding has died. Yes, Winston is now dead. Sorry. He died in 2023. Yes, go ahead.
And him tried down a Fletcher's land too. Because if you notice, you know, at them places went burned down because just after Michael Manley come in with the communist thing, and it no work, it look like if a Cuba and go get it from. So then came some.
He never introduced communism.
To do with society.
Hold on. In Vincent, he never did introduce communism.
So Big Mama correct him listener where him spread propaganda with. You hear this? Because at Seaga come with when him say brigadier staff, them train Marxist Leninists because they are communists. Me play Seaga say this. That was a lie too. But brigadier staff like Marxist communists. You know who's Marxist and Leninists? They are communists. Seaga say it all time out. Me have that plan record to it. Me play it. So them follow and them spread one bag of propaganda. Yeah, Big Mama correct me. Never communists. Hear this. Man, they have communists. You are type of way, then I chat fuckery. Yeah, and Big Mama if you correct him. Big Mama lies, so you know. But him can't. Listen here.
Okay, look, I mean, if a Cuba and go get it from. So then came some.
He never introduced communism.
To do with society.
Hold on. In Vincent, he never did introduce communism. He became friendly with communist Cuba, but he never introduced it here in Jamaica. He never did.
Well, it's socialism, if you want to say though.
Yes, democratic socialism. Don't forget that.
Right?
Democratic socialism.
Right.
Yes.
But then.
And look, the democratic socialism, a man come to you and say, may I give a piece of the pie? You talk to me show you what I do. Me show you my hand. And him come, can me shake him hand. Yeah, me shake him hand. Enough more people. Him go over the country. Him not do like what Angela do and tell lie. Him come to you. And him not come in at them big gang. 5-10 police station. Simple, dress simple, bush jacket and everything. And him come to you. And him talk to you and him implement some things where it's beneficial to us. He make sure the population can read and write. He put back all people in a Jamal, young people that teach them. My mother used to teach Jamal class to you know. See? Yeah, people that teach Jamal class to the owner one them. Why? You see them fool. Them take and that's how them destroy the old people, them, you know. JLP burn down Eventide one. Remember you know the CIA. And them fool. When you hear the CIA, when you say, I'm going to get with the CIA, go and destroy him. Eh? And that's a fool. Eh, come on now. Continue. So, them are the communists and them are still talking about communists. This is all them fool. This is the architect of Seaga. Bushrat was there. I'm ask Bushrat because I know people from Tivoli, were done at Tivoli with them. One man called certain people name, including the Rat. So we are asking him if he did make a step up there. Yes, to destroy that place. Yeah? Yes. Because him never easy neither, you know. Continue.
Then did one Billy housing scheme over with Eventide from the day. I remember say over Eventide.
Say, man did the one build housing scheme over Eventide. So if him want to move the people, them want to build housing, them a build housing scheme and build, that's why them a port want to build housing scheme. Why them that want to build housing scheme and then burn down a house and kill much old. That make any sense? We don't want to ditch one Mandy. We don't have no sense. Continue.
Eventide woman they pay old people over there.
Yeah.
And they say old people no have no use in society again because they can contribute to society. So that's why they burn down Eventide home.
But hold on there, Vincent, because there is evidence spoken by some of the actors at the time that the Eventide fire, was orchestrated by criminals in support of the Labour Party and against the Michael Manley government.
Repeat again, Big Mama. Not my word. Remember me not the tabloid. And him know better than this, you know. But politics him a play, you know. That's why I'm not good. Him know better. I could have tell them long time. Yeah.
That's why them burn down Eventide home.
But hold on there, Vincent, because there is evidence spoken by some of the actors at the time that the Eventide fire, was orchestrated by criminals in support of the Labour Party and against the Michael Manley government. There is reporting and archival material that it was inspired by the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, or an organization that was at the time working to destabilize the country of Jamaica.
And that's right. You should have said long time. Tell them come and fight. But you depend your mouthpiece. Aiding and betting them at them big dunce here chat shit. Wouldn't make sense. Them feel say if you go up on a radio station and you just say, people don't even tired. People say, well, PMP, you be a fucking asset. Because the man that build up the whole of this have built much thousands of houses. And I tell you, it's the greatest thing to him art. He matter about old people and can't work. Man, they teach them to read and write. He build place in mothers. He make honor Vincent. A bastard maybe get by a one joke we sell. Yeah, your mother sell. You know bastard again. And you have right for your papa where you could have dashed away in our bag. Your piece of nastiness you. Eh? So man, they put equal pay for woman and everything, you know. Maternity leave. Minimum wage. The man put in some things and change up the place for those please the people. Him take out the people them and give them the land. Land lease. So when they want to burn on some people and then for the one lose an election and then kill old people when I look for old people, might give them things to, you know. Do one of them. So this are all them dons and all them play politics. Let me tell you this. Me tell you this, me not play politics, you know. Me talk the truth. Them do too much atrocities to Jamaica. Me have to expose them and burn them out. Me not do tabloid. And one thing when me attack, you know, me talk with proof on here, you know. Go into the archive and me dip it up and me show you. So when you hear me come talk, them have to come out, come speak the truth. Because it is there. It's documented. So when Big Mama them and Charles Davis, when them back and swallow when them commando. We not play politics with this. Play it back again.
Because they can contribute to society. So that's why they burn down even
with communist Cuba, but he never introduced it here in Jamaica. He never did.
That you are communist in Jamaica. This piece of shit. And still have more peace when can talk and spread this propaganda I'll him for charge for treason too, you know. Because if him was a teacher, I can imagine him that indoctrinate the people them with one bag of bullshit. Would that make sense? Who will listen to them drunk prayer and send things all over the place? Don't wait. I know some people watch out some people, you know. Eh? That just shows some people not good for no watch. And you have some people them doing coming like sieve, like double pump balls, like soy pumps. Them doing like sieve. You understand? Can't contain nothing. Be a garbage.
Well, it's socialism, if you want to say that.
Yes, democratic socialism. Don't forget that.
Right?
Democratic socialism.
Right.
Yes.
But then did one Billy housing scheme over with Eventide when they there. And you remember say,
oh, this piece of shit, now look at for now. Say, man, they want to build housing scheme, somebody. You're not part of government and them thing. They will say, where am I build housing scheme, real scheme? A man, they burn down an Eventide home to build a housing scheme. That make any sense to you? That don't make any sense, your piece of shit. Eh? You saw them dance? Eh? Yeah, man, continue.
Over Eventide woman, they pay old people over there. And they say old people no have no use in society again.
But who did say that? Because I couldn't mandate this command, they tell you input old people for read people. That's why I'm coming with Jamal. Most of them in a bus that time couldn't read. I remember I set up the school for the young one them. So if I set up the school for the young one, when you think Jamal for them? No, them have school. Them have school and them raise the age from 15 to 17. Them have school. Them go straight to university. But when they're there for the old people, them can't read. And some people when I come to the batch are out school already. Them have Jamal. For all them old one there. Every one of them memory before you're dead. So you never know where that's why I'm set up into the light and Jamal. You never know that. We have school, university, free education for the first time ever in Jamaica. Free health system for the first time in Jamaica. That's in a fight. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What? Big up yourself. See? But when you big mama have to come and admit this. Remember, I'll show you the files behind this, all these people wicked. And let me tell you this. JLP shouldn't even have no power neither, you know. He should have a different party. And you should have charged some of them for treason. So it must happen again. Yeah? You understand? This bad. See? Yes. North Star. And where you say man was in power when? Amanda was the prime minister when them born Eventide down. Yes, a North Star.
Because they can contribute to society. So that's why they burn down Eventide home.
But hold on there, Vincent, because there is evidence spoken by some of the actors at the time that the Eventide fire, was orchestrated by criminals in support of the Labour Party and against the Michael Manley government. There is reporting and archival material that it was inspired by the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, or an organization that was at the time working to destabilize the country of Jamaica and the government of Michael Manley, and they targeted the Eventide home. And whoever they used, but it was inspired by the CIA. And their agents, some of their agents at the time, have gone on the record, to say that, yes, it was part of the effort to destabilize the Democratic Socialist government of Michael Manley. God, you recall that when that fire took place, the country was in shock. And it contributed to the sense of instability in the country.
Well, the thing about it, Mr. Youth, me not say that I not lie still, but the same.
Hear him now. You did that spread light, so they want to build things out of them. But you say, well, me not take that and a lie still. You see, I'm confused. Because you ever said some piece of shit we can read and write, like him. Yes? And then him come and him spread this to film pity them or film friend them and then them run. I mean, I listen to them kind of little things there, you know. Remember, me dissect everything. Me no do following thing. We are band leader. Yes, go ask Daddy Bro and Mama Jean. Mama Jean, bro. Go ask them. Yes. You understand? Yeah? We keep it real around here. We beat them. I've never shown the Eventide thing still. Hey, Chris, when you're here, him have to come out, come speak the truth, you know. Him can't go around it no more, you know. Because him one of the liars them too. Him for charge for treason too, you know. Him for charge for treason. But he have to come out now and him know, say, give us Almighty still. And then you can't go around documents. When them doing destabilized places all over the place, you know, make the economy stream. You can't go around that. Continue.
Man, them abandon Eventide home and them same one it burn down at Orange Villa.
Because I say liberate them burn it down too. And then you use fire. You know, you man they say when the fire back and when the gun back, when the fire rage, because that them you know them not do it from 76. I just put the whole of them under manners. Yeah, man, they say it too. And then come back with 18 of destroy so much old people. Them is evil. Eh? Yeah, man.
Because me remember when me go over Orange Villa go look on the fire. Because you know, see the cemetery, the Jew cemetery part PZ Road from Orange Street.
Mm-hmm.
And when me go there go look on the fire, when the place the blaze and people are trying to escape, you have gunman in Orange Street and open fire. Me remember them.
That uno. I want to see them here. I want to drop that I want to kill people in every year. But the tune I start the thing with government pressure the poor. If you listen to that tune down to the tune, they tell the 1980 election, it's to the place run. And they tell you everything. See, we live through it, place of the black. Yeah. Yeah, man. Them not have to admit, remember we have the thing, so we have teach the people them. Yes.
They take back all one woman, 2 people and throw them back in the fire.
He never did about him and say something he never say. So why you don't take a woman 2 people, throw back in the fire, but you not throw she in the fire? That makes sense. That was a propaganda, them and them burn it down. So if you catch people and you kill them, you burn on a fire. Oh, the woman will come down with 2 babies, that means 2 people and you take them back and throw in the fire. What you do with she? These are propaganda again. You are trying to kill people, so you know just take the 2 people and throw in the fire. This is all liberate we kid. Yeah. No man, him can't get the favor around here, you know, but we have it. Remember, you know, me show the document, me show the thing them, you know. So I have to speak truth around here. Them evil. I mean, I want them to go them, hey. I want them to go them grave with them kind of little things and say, John, look what we do. The whole of them forget charge, all I want them. Them for charge treason, brother. Yes.
Yeah. Those were the ugly, dark, violent days that we must never go back to, Vincent. Never. Because all of that was done in the name of politics. And the fact, yes.
Nobody can tell me no about 1980 election, you know. Because me can't tell you, say, me know about it.
It's I'm done. Somebody can't tell me about 1980, can't know about it. Where you live? You live in the PNP government. You're there all over the place. You come up with your head full of nothing but cover bong and chat fuckery. You're one of them that talk shit. What but talk shit? We live through it. So we're telling you the eyes. How we live through and road for black and everything. He want to tell you where him go and which part he want to tell you about the whole place and him don't know nothing about the place. He know the music like me, you know. So you sit down and interview some other people with them go through and everything and them just want to come and spread them bag of bullshit. Yeah? All right, continue.
One of the most bloody election. You see, all when you hear Mark Golding come and talk about blood and fire now, and Michael Manley first bring it up in a 70.
What?
The blood and fire.
Where he brought it up?
Me don't know if your sister station, we'll only say your sister station because they might be a politician station. But you know, say TV there at the JBC station, though.
Me say when him brought that up. That tune I must have found that the 40s or 50s. That tune over them I play with. Him going to come with blood and fire. My Prime Minister Michael Manley and I will play the speech. I tell you, say one not born. Because them are born on the place from 1976, you know. Him say when the fire rage and they come back, them come with gunman and bad man ship. Me have play it too. Me have play it after this. Him put on under every man has. Him did lock up Renel Charles and lock up Cougar. Yes, him never lock them up our camp. Yes. Him bring in all the gun code for them, you know. Yes, man.
Oh, you mean JBC was what? There was, you mean TV?
No, JBC.
Oh.
Station on the TV, they know it was the original JBC.
Yes.
You remember when they buy the station, they did put out an advertisement to say, who can get a proper name, then get a price.
Right. And they come up with this name that they had to back off.
TV there.
They came up with SSTV, I think, Supreme, something like that, and they had to back off of that. Yes.
You know, say all our FM, what they call it's 92. It was a JBC FM, Radio 2.
Radio 2. Yes. How old are you, Vincent?
72. The person me gone.
Okay. You've been around for a little while, eh?
You don't know that, I tell you.
You damn man would have been around. No people been around. Only the 60s been around and the 50s been around. You have had some people by the 70s and then been around. I remember Yeti. What happened to you? Fuck happened to this guy? Oh, don't me tell you a piece of shit, you. You big dunce and fool, man. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you do?
You mean like in what way?
In your politicking. You were a political activist, weren't you?
I'm not lie now. But a good question. The first you see my ask, you was a political him. Maybe a part of the fire too. So I said the same man, them are him. Them to check him. He's a liar too, you know. I one of them too. Yes.
No, me never vote.
Lie, I tell. I talk about one time.
Me not tell you the only time when me vote at 2007 and Bruce Golden promised to give you a house which party him did there.
Yes, remember.
And when he come back and thing, we ask him how the house go and he said the place is too dear.
Yes, remember, you're telling me that story already.
The Bruce promised him house, same vote. And then he said to him there, eh? Yes.
So from there, you don't trust them?
No, well, I wouldn't say I don't trust them because if me could have voted now, me would have really go out and vote for Lled because me can't see what I do. Because me used to work at a place where the little money where me used to work. I don't know the place where me I work, but me can't call his name. But you still have to go there go get your vehicle.
Mr.
I mean, tell you say you know me because me used to come
get me what?
you please come pick up check. And then thing there.
Where you say me have to go get me what?
Go get your vehicle to go when you go send your staff them par road to go campaign.
Oh.
Or to go cover the election.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it while. We're big on me. You boss big mama, you know. Let me play under here that though. Yeah, what I'm saying? Him that work at the place where him big mama there. And big mama said him staff them for campaign. I forgot about listen again. Hey, hear this.
No, well, I wouldn't say I don't trust them because if me could have voted now, me would have really go out and vote for Lled because me can't see what I do. Because me used to work at a place where the little money where me used to work. I don't know the place where me I work, but me can't call his name. But you still have to go there go get your vehicle.
Okay.
Mr.
I mean, tell you say you know me because me used to come
get me what?
you please come pick up check and then thing there.
Where you say?
I used to come and a big mama place and pick up check. Yeah, where I say now, hear this. Listen good.
I may have to go get me what?
Go get your vehicle to go when you go send your staff them par road to go campaign.
You hear where him send start them for go do? Yeah, same know about him, big mama. Yeah,
the place them you work, but we can't call his name. But you still have to go there go get your vehicle.
Mr.
I mean, tell you say you know me because me used to come
get me what?
you please come pick up check and then thing there.
Where you say me have to go get me what?
Go get your vehicle to go when you go send your staff them par road to go campaign. Have vote here now. me would have really go out and vote for and Lled because me can't see what I do. Because me used to work at a place where the little money where me used to work. I don't know the place where me I work, but me can't call the name. But you still have to go there, go get your vehicle.
Mr.
I mean, tell you, say you know me because me used to come
get me what?
and you please come pick up check and then thing there.
Where you say me have to go?
Well, you go pick up check for sir. And them have said them start for campaign. Yes.
Go get me what?
Go get your vehicle to go when you go send your staff them par road to go campaign.
Oh.
I have to go cover the election. You have to go there, go get your vehicle so you're supposed to know when me attack.
Oh, I see.
Right. I mean, you so come down at your office, come pick up check and then thing there almost every day.
I see.
So, him pick up check almost every day. I want to them, you know. Me think it work and every month you pick up a check and thing. Times time I work, but him pick up check almost every day. So them get, I want them, man. Yes, hear this.
Right?
So Vincent.
Because sometimes a man in time when me don't get down or you check, they take your pass, me come in and you yell me up, but you never know who me is.
Yes. So tell me something, Vincent. Why you can't vote now? Why you don't have a vote now?
Because me get stroke and me there, I sit down.
Yeah,
so that I'm stop you from being registered.
Well, me no live down at the area there again. Cause me would have to go down.
But hold on, it's not a matter.
Because I don't get my.
But hold on. But you live you still live at. But don't you still live in Jamaica?
Yeah, man.
Then why you not register wherever you live?
So in my campaign, so I'll vote for you. So why you not register where you live? So I'm the thing I campaign. But you know, the nicest thing them have to tell him have to come out and speak the truth about Eventide. Remember play Eventide. No joke thing. You can't fight. Stop. This is Eventide. More I look on the Eventide. And May the 20th, 1980. Yeah? It's around 5 months before October 1980, you know, it's the election call. 153 women, many destitute, and with physical disabilities were burned to death in a massive fire which destroyed the Eventide home located at Slipen Road in St. Andrew, where they resided. The early morning fire spread rapidly through the mainly wooden building. Rapidly! Let me tell you something. When you don't know, say, when a wooden fire, not I want to see wooden fire start. But when you think about a building big like Eventide home, I'm going to finish with. When both houses are burned down, you know, spread like 8 minutes and kill everybody. Them barricade, and it have different door entrance and exit. It have different doors all over it. The whole of them, but everything about 100 odd beds. It's a big place, big. It can't burn down in 8 minutes. Outside there, cannot. We see board out catch a fire, you come out. We are 2 women that just burn down rapidly in 8 minutes, so it catch stuff a blaze and burn. You catch a wood fire, where it burn up in 8 minutes. You then burn out? No. That burn down in 8 minutes. Burn down. So it will grease up. And burn down. And then them a body are fat too, you know. So them fire the pan you, them roast you. Fast! It not take no 6 hours to burn. And 5 hours. For a big place like that. And then fire light. Remember, you know, when the fire don't just get up and spread, somebody light it. If fire light in a corner, say a mattress, it couldn't go spread in the whole place in 8 minutes and burn down. You don't know better than that. So we're going to play the documented thing from 1982 with them. And who come to Jamaica and what them tell you. Remember, them record that 1982, different from what them release. And them tell you about this and what the covert action in Jamaica. I'm going to play it right now. So watch this. Look on this. Look here. Look on that place. Look how big the place is. Yeah, so it's a door. See where the step there? See that step up on the corner is an next door, a door and thing. From the other corner, same thing. And run down, same thing. So them have different entrance. The window them big where you can, 1 and 2 can come through. The one of them black. Them black. It's a wooden structure, very big. And like it have an upstairs part, there, so in there, so. Everything flat in a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Would it come like a gas? Them know if it destroy thing. Look on this. Look here. See all the back, look there. Everything they black. Look here, look here. Look how it burn it down, people. Look on the building, look on the building now. Rapid and burn it fast. Look how far them people that you saw them spark to the building. The whole building burned down with them people here. None shall escape. Yeah? It don't gonna leave the concrete flooring, the wooden piece where they depend. See there? Burn down. Look here. So man there, look for the man for them cheek. See there? It don't gonna leave the stump them where them depend. This is evil. Look the people. It's kind of nice, man. No, this is evil. And then the one, see, I go come there too, you know. See him there? And people, you see them come in, you think same that door, inquire upon this, him lock it down. When Seaga come in, him lock down Eventide. Him not lock, him not do no, him not bother do no, well, him know, him won't go and inquire upon it. Him never look upon it. You come in October, and you know, said so much people dead, boom, but him just kill that and gone. Kill it and gone. You understand? Yes. What's him dirty face? Eh? Look how the man wicked, man. What's Sir Monday? January. And then bury like 6 days after. See that? See my put on read that. So when them bury us 6 days after, see, because them burn up so much, see there? And May the 26th, remember May the 20th it burned down, you know. By May the 26th, cover with charred remains of 145 terrorists burn out victims were interred in mass grave of National Heroes Park, described as one of the greatest tragedy of independent Jamaica. It happened 5 months before bloodiest general election in the country history. 5 months. So you have to do this, forget rid of Michael Manley. You do this, forget rid of Michael. You do everything, yeah, for sure them say, yo, Manley, if you don't say, yo, I know. Yeah? 5 months. And then look at this one. You run a general election. And you are the Prime Minister. And then Uno was done so. When you think Manley, it had been on Eventide. For win back an election. And I take the election and get Joe. Get Seaga. Eh? I'll be a foolish system talk, you know. These are 5 months that just show the attack and the assault because they want to damage him. That time Green I work with them too, you know. Yeah? Green I work with them 5 months before general election. That time we have a black road. But I don't know whether they are so no so because them say letter drop. Them want 20 man and 20 woman, them drop letter too, you know. People have to sit and watch. This is how them put people on that. Watch. And then them want to mix up. No. You have to do that all out on your own. Who have mash it, them have mash it. Who can't find it now, one pop, them can find it. You understand? Because you have to defend your own life. You can't make, nobody come tell about who. But them are the attackers. Them fire you where you run out, them shoot you. Yeah? Don't make them trick nobody about you. Michael Manley in a power already. Nobody know around this. I said, when you look at my cut farm road, they do all what I think we're supposed to do. Building house, building school, I do all kind of things, and this is what them come with. Yes? Make hear where the CIA them say no. Make hear what them say. Make hear what they say.
Journalistic publications. Who is Lewis, and what has he been doing over the years, and why is the government so outraged by him?
Well, his background is it's thoroughly legitimate, standard, if you will, journalism.
You know what? We never see this TVJ never played, but this recorded from 1982, 2 years after them burned down. Remember, we don't know what them people are, we don't know not all. Them, I tell you what them are do. It documented. Who come down and what them do. Documented. From 1982, them document this. Plus some of that evidence and other thing about them. Watch this. Watch out.
He was assigned for a couple of years in Manchester, writing for a couple of prominent news organizations.
Manchester, England?
Yes, Manchester, England. And eventually made his way through London back to the United States, where he gravitated to scrutiny of the CIA and the intelligence community, watching the revelations of the Church Committee, information that he had come across in his research, some of which he had published as part of news stories previously, other parts of which he was not permitted to publish by the nature of the press establishment. And so he put together with Bill Schaap and Ellen Ray the Covert Action Information Bulletin, whose function was to focus on the intelligence organizations of the United States and discuss and expose in a perfectly legitimate way the covert action activities of the CIA principally, as well as the other intelligence organizations. I believe they formed that in about 1976 and have been in Washington since, publishing stories of true stories. Their quality, their standards of journalism are exceedingly high. That bulletin is distributed in the State Department, and it's sold out the first morning that it's put on the stands in the State Department newsstands. They also publish in that bulletin the names of CIA agents and where they are now, as they're assigned and reassigned about
them publish them do and them talk. You understand? Journalists, CIA, do what them
the world. I believe that in very recent months they have ceased the policy of publishing names because the controversy is so hot, and they would just as soon. And also, it's never been their intention to break the law. They've made that clear from the outset. Bill Schaap is the brother. He is a highly competent attorney and is the brother of a top sportscaster in New York City. He is a very articulate man himself and has testified to the Senate many times against the names of Agents Bill, for example, and defending what he and Lou Wolf are doing. And after his testimony, many times senators have come up and shaken his hand and said, I disagree with you, but you certainly make your case for the legitimacy of what you're doing very well.
Let's take a look at some of the things which Lewis Wolf had to say, and we'll let you comment ever so often on this, okay? What, in the years that you've been publishing it, do you think are some of your most significant revelations? Are there some stories that even shocked you?
Well, I think one of the big stories that we were able to document in some detail was the whole scope of CIA activities, similar to what the CIA did in Chile, and which was documented by the Senate Select Committee, was the whole covert action program in Jamaica in between 1976 and 1980. And we did a great deal of research into that, and we discovered in many ways a very similar program, almost a classic model that was followed along the lines of what they did in Chile, including three major categories: military, paramilitary activity, the use of propaganda in the media, and the third one, which was economic warfare, using the multilateral organizations, the International Monetary Fund and others, to withhold loans which had been promised to the Jamaican government. This is one example.
What are a couple more of the details of that? You mentioned those first two examples of actual paramilitary activity the CIA was involved in Jamaica.
There was a fire, for example, that took place in Jamaica of an old people's home. I think 150 old and infirmed women, many of them blind, were living in this home, and as it turned out, the place burned down in the space of about 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. it was discovered that the phone wires had been cut and that the exits had all been blocked. Even those who could see their way out could not get out. That the means by which the fire was set was the use of a petroleum jelly, which was unavailable in Jamaica. This was one indication, among others, that there was outside help. Why would the CIA, you might ask, why would the CIA want to murder 150 old women? It was because it was an effort, part of a very large-scale effort to discredit the government in Jamaica, which was at the time headed by Michael Manley, the Prime Minister. There were images produced of Michael Manley in the media, in the Daily Gleaner, which was the newspaper which the United States, through the CIA, helped to support. And there is a good deal of evidence of that. There were images of Michael Manley showing a death mask. I mean, it was his face which had been...
Come back here, saying people, I'll Gleaner company, one of the straight one, you know. Uno no easy neither, you know. Uno no easy. But come back here again. Make them hear themselves in this. Enough people for charge of treason, yeah?
In ways, a very similar program, almost a classic model that was followed along the lines of what they did in Chile, including three major categories: military, paramilitary activity, the use of propaganda in the media, and the third one, which was economic warfare, using the multilateral organizations, the International Monetary Fund and others, to withhold loans which had been promised to the Jamaican government. This is one example.
What are a couple more of the details of that? You mentioned those first two examples of actual paramilitary activity the CIA was involved in Jamaica.
There was a fire, for example, that took place in Jamaica of an old people's home. I think 150 old and infirmed women, many of them blind, were living in this home. And as it turned out, the place burned down in the space of about 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. It was discovered that the phone wires had been cut and that the exits had all been blocked. Even those who could see their way out could not get out. That the means by which the fire was set was the use of a petroleum jelly, which was unavailable in Jamaica. This was one indication, among others, that there was outside help. Why would the CIA, you might ask, why would the CIA want to murder 150 old women? It was because it was an effort, part of a very large-scale effort to discredit the government in Jamaica, which was at the time headed by Michael Manley, the Prime Minister. There were images produced of Michael Manley in the media, in the Daily Gleaner, which was the newspaper which the United States, through the CIA, helped to support. And there is a good deal of evidence of that. There were images of Michael Manley showing a death mask. I mean, it was his face which had been somehow made to look like a death mask, although it was pretending to be a photograph of him. And there were many ways to try and discredit him. This is very, very similar, in fact, to what the CIA did to try and discredit Salvador Allende in Chile. If you remember, Richard Nixon instructed the CIA in a meeting which was in 1970 in the White House, and there was a document in the Senate report which is reprinted, and he said, "Make the economy scream." Those were his words. And that's, of course, what the CIA proceeded to do in Chile, and that's what they also did in Jamaica.
They also furnished a lot of munitions and assistance to the terrorist squads that were going around killing people in the cities and also in the countryside in Jamaica as well.
That's correct.
Well, John, you had a trip down there.
The terrorist squad where kill people, paramilitary, what them call them, them.
Jamaica, and you saw a lot of these things about Jamaica with your own eyes, right?
Yes, indeed. A very moving, a very interesting trip to me to see a target country at a time in the height of a CIA operation when I was completely outside. So there's no way that I could see the problem that journalists have always had when the U.S. government was targeting on a country in a situation, trying to destabilize it, overthrow, or manipulate the elections or whatever, of trying to figure out what's going on when you don't have access to all of the flow of cables and the discussions in National Security Council meetings and whatnot for the planning. I observed that from published information, the CIA station there was quite large for that size of a country. It was huge, in fact. It was bigger than any station I knew of in Africa, although Jamaica was a fairly small island with 2 million people. That's typical of when the CIA has got a big operation going in a place. They beef up the station and beef up the offices back stateside. The tone and flow of articles in the Gleaner was, of course, as Lou says, definitely a chapter out of Chile or a chapter out of the Angolan operation. Every indication of a massive CIA operation going to destabilize the government, to make the economy scream. And in that case, I would say that probably someone got promoted for that one, probably several people.
Because Manley was run out of office.
Because it worked.
By a legitimate
without a scandal, without an assassination, without the things that have caused the CIA so much grief, Manley, a champion of social democracy, of giving the people a piece of the pie, was thrown out of office.
The people the piece of the pie thrown out of office. You hear this? Without scandal, this Andrew one is them a try to do. I live from that. Can't hurt no more.
Probably several people.
Because Manley was run out of office.
Because it worked.
By a legitimate
without a scandal, without an assassination, without the things that have caused the CIA so much grief, Manley, a champion of social democracy, of giving the people a piece of the pie, was thrown out of office, and an arch-capitalist was put in office. And again, there was minimal adverse publicity. Lew Wolf and the others were studying the situation and did publish about what was going on, but it was not published in the New York Times and the Washington Post, and the big television networks didn't do studies on it, primarily because even if the journalists of the big organs knew what was happening and might have wanted to, they really, just because of the secrecy, couldn't get the truth about what the United States was doing. One interesting thing was that the effectiveness of the liars in our government, you know, the duplicity. When we formed the CIA, we committed our leaders to having two policies, as Lou says, the rhetoric, the public statements, and the truth about what United States policy is. So an interesting measure of presidents is how effectively they lie. Interesting discussions that occur inside the CIA is about lying. Would you lie? You know, you're the DDO and you're going to testify to the Senate, and it's serious discussions. Are you going to lie? Because if you do, it's perjury, and there's a chance you could go to jail. And yet, you know, the organization.
It is to lie perjury, but in a Jamaica.Jlp lie, and them not charge of perjury. Come on now.
Expect you to lie. President Carter was one of the most effective liars I have ever watched on television and through the media. As a poker player, man, I would never go up against that man. He could look at that camera and say things that obviously he knew were completely and totally false. And I would study his expression, and I could detect nothing except occasionally a little wisp of a smile that wasn't consistent with what he was saying, like he thought it was funny. But one of his more classic
tick, actually.
Yeah, well, the smile that I was referring to wasn't that. It was just a kind of like he was repressing a grin, like he thought it was funny. How he rationalized these things, I don't know. But one of his most conspicuous lies was when he sat down with Manley just a few weeks before the elections in Washington and told him face to face that the CIA, don't have the CIA doing anything to destabilize you or your government. We have no such program going, when obviously he did. And he pulled it off to the point where even Manley was troubled. Very effective liar.
Hey, you know, some man they say, them tell him, say, I true my talk, you know, come on the top and them things, so them say, no one on the other, I'm on this, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yes. They say nobody put in this string, I don't believe it. Come on, they know, you know. If you notice, them can come talk and tell you what going on in Jamaica. That documented from 1982, 2 years after the foolishness. See? And it's there. Enough more them there. You understand? Them people are evil. Here the man here, when him say Brigadier Star, him call them Marxists and Leninists. Them they are communists. That's why him say Brigadier Star. I think them self-use the word. Listen, Seaga, listen up. Man, evil man, kill out the people, them man. Look here.
Believe our view than the opposite view contended. That Manley's ultimate aim is to take Jamaica into the Cuban orbit and to
See, that's this is what I say, so yeah.
Has now come more so to believe our view than the opposite view contended. That Manley's ultimate aim is to take Jamaica into the Cuban orbit and to transform the society into a Cuban-type society. They have, in fact, implemented many of the types of institutions that...
So people, let me ask you, this man look on them and do these things. And if you was communist, you have two parties in the gun. Him say, Manley put in the institution. And here I talk about Marxists and communists now. Brigadier Star. Marxists and communists. Yeah? Don't hear this, hear this. Leninists and Marxist brigade. Just listen again, listen.
Has now come more so to believe our view than the opposite view contended. That Manley's ultimate aim is to take Jamaica into the Cuban orbit and to transform the society into a Cuban-type society. They have, in fact, implemented many of the types of institutions that are necessary for the transformation. Training programs. We have, for instance, some 1,000 Jamaican youths that have now been trained in Cuba under a program that has come to be known as the Brigadista program. Because the purpose of the program is to set up Marxist-Leninist brigades to return to Jamaica to indoctrinate the peasant people. And
call them peasant people too, you know. Him set up Marxist and Leninist brigade for indoctrinate peasant people. And him set up the world, him set up everything, you know. According to him, the school them man did set up and everything at the institution that him set up. The same school them where you see faster, the one thing them with the Cubans. And the road them were built and thing. That was the institution. To indoctrinate them with communism. That's why you don't want to talk about communists. Yeah, when I talk about Brigadier Star, a Marxist and Leninist, them are communists. Not never go so. Lie. Him come up with the name too, you know. That piece of shit, this guy here.
Into the Cuban orbit and to transform the society into a Cuban-type society. They have, in fact, implemented many of the types of institutions that are necessary for the transformation.
What sort of thing?
Training programs. We have, for instance, some 1,000 Jamaican youths that have now been trained in Cuba under a program that has come to be...
If either man and all the people keep an Eventide, man, I'm going to murder in the fire. I'm going to murder in the fire. They are a faster one. They are all.
Training programs. We have, for instance, some 1,000 Jamaican youths that have now been trained in Cuba under a program that has come to be known as the Brigadista program. Because the purpose of the program is to set up Marxist-Leninist brigades to return to Jamaica to indoctrinate the peasant people and the working class people.
The relationship with Cuba arises partly because Cuba is our closest neighbor, partly because Jamaica has always had a friendship that is traditional, really. With Cuba, it goes back into the 19th century. We find that we both share a deep commitment to the liberation process. We take a similar view of... We took a similar view of Nicaragua. We take a similar view of South Africa. We took a similar view of Ian Smith.
Do you take a similar view of America?
No, I don't think we take a similar view of America. I think they have, of course, a very unusual and painful experience.
Do you think that your support of Dr. Castro and a certain number of his causes that having Cubans here has helped to antagonize the United States towards Jamaica?
Well, first of all, I've never supported Dr. Castro and his causes. I've discovered points where we have similar causes. We share causes. I don't support his causes, nor he mine for that matter. But that the relationship has contributed to and been the cause of strain with the United States, of that there's no question. It's a matter of principle.
Why did you do it?
Because it is a matter of principle. Because to me it is an absolute matter of principle, and it isn't negotiable, and it will never be, no matter what price is paid. It is not negotiable for me to believe that a small country has to determine its policy by reference to what some powerful neighbor feels.
Comrades, all I can say, the international community has been run by the big powers for hundreds of years, and where are we? Where are we?
Upsetting Jamaica's powerful neighbour seems to have been a Manley speciality. When he came to power in 1972, he moved into head-on conflict with the interests of American big business. Bauxite is big business. It's the raw material from which aluminium is made. It's only found in a handful of countries, and Jamaica has 2 billion tons of it.
Okay.
Before Manley came to power, the entire Jamaican bauxite industry was controlled by 6 North American companies.
Can you hear this?
The country's greatest natural asset belonged to someone else. The Jamaicans received only a pittance in royalties, about $40 million a year.
25.
After they were elected, Manley's government began to negotiate with the bauxite companies, and after fierce resistance began to buy into the industry, mainly by compulsory purchase. 2 years later, Jamaica was paying for a 51% controlling interest, and her revenue from bauxite had gone up to $200 million a year.
That agreement creates a new and, we believe, historic partnership between the company and Jamaica.
He also formed the International Bauxite Association.
International Bauxite, like, hey, you're the man, though. I'm your leader, you know. First, what you talk about, hear this.
He also formed the International Bauxite Association, a producers' cartel similar to OPEC in the oil industry. It was to ensure that poor countries got the maximum revenue from one of their few natural resources. But more significantly, it was the first time that Manley, using his socialist principles, went into action against American huge corporations and won.
Let's remember that wherever imperialism works, the people must unite to defeat it.
In the eyes of some Americans, Manley had also threatened the security of the United States. Aluminium is used to build warplanes and rockets, and control of bauxite now lies outside America.
You hear that? The backside, your backside, them used to just have it. Man, they change that and use that one school and thing. Not packet it with 28 bank account. But them say him poor. Them not listen to poor people. They say the JLP should have dismantled and you have a different party. And them continue that lie and propaganda. Spread bare lies and propaganda same way. And think that can, hey, man, they never have to say him to this, you know. Because they got through it. When they use clean and them use player soldier, man, they call them the cliques. Me will play that too. Me played. But good to big mama have to come out them for charge for treason. Who run him, the younger one, them for charge for treason. You couldn't, let me tell you this. If you was American and you betray America like that, you charge for treason. Them deal with your case. Can't set up the country like that. Eh? A little country. Yeah, and then through the backside thing will help us enough. And you hear him talk about it, you know. See? Them sell out and then them a run out. Them burn on him. A matter of fact, them shoot back Marley to, you know. And them down I see I will send go shoot back Marley to, you know. JP shoot back Marley to, you know. Yeah? Them send and them, this is what them do. See I shoot him and him saying, oh, rat race. Listen to Ambush in the Night around 1979 that come out. And him tell you, who we them fighting for power. First, him say rat race. You know, 76. Yeah. When the cats away, the mice will play political violence in the city, yeah. And don't mix up Rasta in there. You say Rasta and a work for no CIA rat race. them knock him. Him come back again and say, who we, who are them a fight for power. Yeah? And them know that door. And them spare parts. When you listen to tune, listen to tune, listen to the words of the tune. And you're trying to belittle our integrity. Then, him say it, ambush in the night. Him say what we know is not what them teach us. And we are so ignorant, and every time them can't touch us, but through the power of the Most High. You know, we keep on surviving. And through the power of the Most High, we keep on surfacing in an ambush in the night. All guns aiming at me. Go listen to the tune. And tell about them and them use them brother against them, you know. See, that's the power of tune. Them try to command them do this to him, and then them turn around and try to do propaganda. That is a different ball game now. Me no do tabloid. When you see me, come on, come in, have no time for wasting. I'm not going to come tell no lie upon them. I tell no lie upon me, have no time for that. You understand? You say zigzag and that here and zigzag and make sure you think them credible and make sure you have the proof of the thing them. Them not gonna get me coming and say, yo, them do this. When we have documents and you have things where we can show and put out there and show the people them say this is what them do. See, Big Mama have to come and I tell them they know and I tell them say no. Yeah man, the documents are there. Documented. You understand this so bad? Anybody put up with the labor right them with this, and you're your country, and you put party over our country, you for charge for treason too. Bushwhack them not supposed to do that. Ask him if he was part of the Eventide fire. Ask him. Because people calling his name from down there. Talk one who go there. So I want to ask Bushwhack. Ask Queenie to him what's there. The whole of them know the whole plan. Just ask them. This is how them evil because them send most of the people them in them don't, you know. Who follow them enough. So them can't tell them anything and they have someone and two. You know, your Andrew now keep meeting and tell them, say, them for go out, go tell the people them what him do. Your government, anything you do, we know what you do. We see what you do. We can't talk command do because we know what him do. We see what him do. You understand? We have it there. Watch out.
If the schooling is adequate for all, and remember Cuba has more doctors and more teachers per capita than any country in the world. And they have succeeded in these areas, and it's all state supported, which means people don't have to put money out for the medical care or for they of course pay the cost indirectly as a whole society, but they don't have to pay the bill in the hospital and so forth. And so that cannot be allowed to stand. It's a very bad example for the United States. So there is a very large mass of people out there who can look at Cuba and say, well, if they can do it, and on a per capita income of $2,000, $2,500 a year, where ours is $22,500 a year, what's wrong with our system? I mean, maybe we ought to consider an alternative.
That's why Nicaragua, Sandinista Nicaragua had to be destroyed.
Exactly. They were a bad example, and that's why Grenada had to be destroyed, because any movement that comes to power with the idea of providing for all the people and of escaping the control of the United States and its economy, let's say the corporations and so forth, then that is bad news here in the United States in the upper circles of power.
These are all them, you know, the operation of them. So, and that's true, it's there, them document it, I have them who leave and who this, and them do them document, them do them thing, and them are show them. They are see. And them have the whole thing with them release after time and after things like around the world. You understand? Like around the world. So, I don't know what I hide, but you in something and they might release it, you know. They might release it. It might take a couple of years, but they might release it. So when you think say you're safe and you're right and you can go spread some little rumor, when they release it, what you do? What you do? Yeah? Pick up and then chat foolishness. Yeah? Manly in a power straighten out the place. And then come down for destroy the place and say foolishness. Look here, this is 76. Look come and play for 1976. This is when them killed 200 people. Here Manly, I can tell you what them come with. I hear about the fire. Not my word. And the first then come with fire neither. Not the first. Yeah. 76. Look here. Put it up right away. Let me see. Yeah, 1, 2. I put up 2. I now play the whole like. I just put up 2, part 2. Hear this. When you listen to this code.
The strategies of the clique.
What did the clique do? First of all, it took final control of the Jamaica Labour Party. And the Jamaica Labour Party is now the instrument and the yo-yo of the clique.
76, whenever I'm upstairs, you know, before the election, you know, just listen this keenly. Listen here.
And the Labour Party of today is not the Labour Party of 30 years ago. It is now the yo-yo of the clique. The second strategy was propaganda. And they let loose upon Jamaica the most vicious propaganda this country has ever seen.
This is 76, 80 it was. This is 76 when them going out with it, you know. Hear this.
You are bombarded day and night with every lie and falsehood.
This is no Jlp a lie. I'm a matter of fact yesterday, if you see yesterday show, when I play at the HQ, Mothers of all Garrison and Criminality, the HQ Robert Brown, Zane Dong and Tivoli. At the HQ, you have to tell them the truth. We are one. Love for people them say, but you can't do this in the name of pure politics. I have some criminal around criminal enterprise. That's why them live certain and to understand one of them, you know. Who have 28 bank accounts to a business right in there, them sitting and do one bag of corruption. And nobody now point them out. Me, a man in the wilderness point them out. Me no business about them ash. See? This is how them work with propaganda straight. Me, your Norman Manley, I play Sir Norman Manley yesterday and them tell about the same lies and the propaganda. From down there, so what they might call the April general election in 1962. Yeah? Him talk about them son and no man, you remember, you know, Buster tell people lie to, you know, so them live on that because them say Buster people, them the people them are pitney. With dons, they make them pitney dons to well the chain a break. So them can't just say something and you run with it. Me not do that thing, the brother. Remember, you can't just see me and convince me and tell me no lie. So remember, me dissect things, you know. So me not one of them where you can't just chat. And then me are going at some chatting with someone and run with it. Just you either. I want to see evidence, man. Not true back. Them need to be exposed. What? Just listen this. More you listen this code. And in that one speech, you hear how much thing man they put out. And you still me just play Seaga, Lennox, Marxist Brigade, and Brigadier Star, and indoctrinate peasant people. That's so disrespectful. You understand? And then build the institution. Show me one institution in Jamaica where man they build to indoctrinate peasant people. No matter at the school, them GC Foster College and Garvey Massey on them school, eh? Man sick here. Continue.
And they watched to see if you would lose faith. And when you showed them in the by-elections of last year that you were now socialist conscious and aware and beginning the march on the road to building a socialist society, they realized the propaganda had failed. So then we had the third stage of the strategy, which was gunmanship and violence. And the guns barked, and the fires raged, and they hoped that in the bark of the guns and the raging of the fire that you would lose faith and turn back. And you were meant to feel that we could not manage it, and that better you retreat.
1970s, when I listen, you know, me like stop and make me tell you, say them use fire. Yeah, the man attack shit. What man did us say the quiet? Yeah, what I'm saying? The gun them back
And the fire do what? Because them that burn down people from them time that them use.
And they watched to see if you would lose faith. And when you showed them in the by-elections of last year that you were now socialist conscious and aware and beginning the march on the road to building a socialist society, they realized the propaganda had failed. So then we had the third stage of the strategy, which was gunmanship and violence. And the guns barked, and the fires raged, and they hoped that in the bark of the guns and the raging of the fire that you would lose faith and turn back.
So yet 1976 this, them a bark, them gun and a fire, on the 200 other people there, them want to know, 800 in the 1980. So them turn it up more. But on Eventide, they get 150 odd people that one time you kill. One time. The man, them evil, them to charge for treason. They shouldn't have no JLP party. The all I want them to catch them. Listen, man, them to charge for treason. Them evil, man. You tell about the gun and the barking and the fire. They might talk about blood and fire, but you hear him, and they talk about fire on a burn place. Remember the whole of these things you haven't told no. You can't chat to you, know. Continue.
And you are meant to feel that we could not manage it, and that better you retreat. And then we put the guns and the fire under heavy management.
And them gun and fire. Gun and fire. Because you run out, them shoot you. And this was 1976. Them come back with them for them not run it without fire. You understand? Them evil. So them burn down Eventide home and kill so much old people and them still have the heart. Oh, a manly burn down Eventide home and a piece of shit on a big and done some food. Say, you know, so them, it documented them and release it. We never know that. The man they look for burn down and burn down the whole of Jamaica for win election. And he was the Prime Minister. It doesn't have no sense. Eh? Continue.
And when they realized that had failed, they now came to the fourth and final assault against us, and that is the squeeze on the economy. The squeeze on the economy.
So them do this in 76. I remember 82 documentary I just show you with some of the farmers, CIA people, them and them thing there. Them tell us, them squeeze it. Them tell them to propagate everything. What he must say in 76, and that they must say they say in 82. That documented. The one I'm show you, 1982. We don't have TVJ. We won't see that. You know, we have internet now, so enough thing. We can't get enough thing now. Eh? You can imagine? Man, they know. I hear my tell us, they must have book up, but him know. Listen. Him know.
And right now, you understand me plainly. When you talk of economic sabotage, they will say to you, how do you prove it? But I will tell you what the answer is. A man who is asked to expand his business and willfully says, unless you bow to me, I will not expand it. Unless you turn back the progress, I will not expand my business. That man is also guilty of sabotage by willful non-cooperation. And there is plenty of that in Jamaica today.
Yes, OJ.
Understand, comrades, if the price of their expanding the business is to turn back the progress and to betray the people
and betray the masses, that is a price we will never pay. We will never pay that price. We will never pay that price. We will never pay that price. But let them understand, we ask for the cooperation. But understand, if they will not cooperate, the socialist movement will find other ways to run the industries. Look at what we have lived through. In 1973, we begun to feel the lash of world inflation. The prices for the wheat that you take to make the flour and use the flour to make the bread and the dumpling. All of a sudden, the price go up 5 times. We couldn't do nothing about it except prepare to change the world in time.
Man, say my expect him when though. Can remember a leader of the third world, you know. They can't believe a little place like Jamaica, every man will stand tall. The whole place salute the man. Let me say Andrew Onis go call them man and name. Andrew, you get this up. Irritable. You never know, you notice me sitting every day. And every night, a tree show me I do today. Me not ramp with you. Real man there, it's run us up. You know, easy, no propaganda, but farm against this man shall prosper. None! And stop telling life on the PMP. If you do something, show me you do it, and I can't say yes, you do this. But when you not do something, you don't come and take credit for something and force lies. Like people are for that. Remember, you're a bigger man for you. You can't trick nobody about you. You're garbage. You understand? Continue.
The oil prices, one lick, raised 4 times. This little country paying out $160 million a year now, more, to buy the same oil. And without the oil, you don't turn on a light, you don't run a truck, you don't start a tractor. You don't move one thing in Jamaica. Them lick us $160 million one time. All we could do is take it. They talk about efficiency. They talk about who can manage the economy. If they had been in power when those things hit us, nothing could have saved us. The only thing that saved Jamaica at that time was one thing that this government did, and that we alone could do, because we alone were willing to fight imperialism. We alone were willing to fight the multinational corporations. We alone were willing to mobilize the bauxite producers of the world. We alone were willing to fight as leaders of the third world. And the thing that saved Jamaica was the bauxite levy. The bauxite levy, which was the use of the sovereign power of a third world nation to put multinational corporations under heavy manners.
What man they doing a people? Where Andrew take a different part. One of them depend about investors. You live on a little rock. For me continue. And I can't look through this. But I have like 6 million people out there live in the diaspora. Right? We and the kids them and grandkids them and things we connect to Jamaica. And there you have like 3 million there. So for everybody to turn back there. So it go. Right? If you are talking about investors, foreign investors, where people them are gonna live, or them are gonna have business. So you are turning them in a slave and them one thing because them not have nothing. They have to just work for people and go on, and every year you depend on investors. No. At times we do something like Japan and the one of them places, and then we are producing and sell to the world. We cannot live, you sell piece of land and put a hotel where we get little, every year we get little taxes. Them own that. So majority of the money stay out of Jamaica. And you come back more, we have an investor there, so why you tell me that for? But that's how to fool the people. So them catch a little tax with them and put it there and them thief up with them and thief up. Nah, do nothing for you. The country not moving. And I like you say investors, they talk to we in the diaspora and then we own all of the hotel. No foreign and not hold it. Remember, no man, they put in something that non-Jamaican cannot own the land. See, I got to change it. I'm believing that it's too small. Too small. So when you come for goods and services, you get it from Jamaica. So the money stay there and grow the place. I'm going to put back some manufacturing thing. Them to go talk to America and get some manufacturing thing. Build some plane wing and do something. Build some car and build something. Put up something. Talk to them and build two of the factory we're going on in China. China have the most factory they know around down there. You still don't have so much Chinese take over. Even we look at old scene and we look at grocery place, a Chinese take it over and look much work in that them country. What we have? Oh, that I'm up at them and build a road to a road that sing there. Why would I do this? Them have jobs. Make them stay in their country for Christ's sake. We have builders association, train up people, make them build Jamaica. Do like what man did do. What man did do this for them do? Eh? Cuba come here and like them get paid now. Them donate to build a school and to do something. So we don't lose. We train up, and did that train up people and put them for work. Why not we have PWD? Why we have them Chinese places, Chinese have and one of them? Why we have been St. Thomas Road when a good right now, brother? What people them have good job, good benefit. No piece of shit, we give Chinese concession and give them how much? Hundreds of acres of land. And our people can't get peace. They call them squatter. And pop them the house and do this. We're not punk. We're not punk. Yeah? And I got every minute about investors and who follow them. We're not idiot. Yeah? We're not idiot. We don't have nothing left because pay people foreign at one the whole piece of land, one little piece of rock. With so much people. Eh? Squatting will never done. And matter of fact, you buy that place, them shouldn't even call you squatter. Them not have no sense. Michael, take the land and cut it up. And give farm and cut farm road and give them and do it. And bring in the MC. We not idiot, you know. Eh? Me continue. Continue.
And that saved us for a couple of years. But then the next blow that came was the blow of the world recession. Because of the crisis in international capitalism, the bauxite market was way down. The sugar price was way down. We took a blow this year alone of the loss of $60 million of revenue, not for our fault, but because of yet another crisis in international capitalism. And we were the victims. The sugar price collapsed as usual, left us losing $25 million of revenue.
I want to hear something on it. I want to hear something. You see anything happen, I'm going to tell you straight. Andrew, we do this, we look front of the eye, then go get to all bus. And it's supposed to against the law, you are use all bus where you get a campaign with the all bus and then they even fix or nothing, you know. And say, you are going to this, you see the marginal man. You go get boss and find out the money and a campaign with the old boss. We have a system before. Partially have a system there. It didn't work. But this is all them general and spread and propaganda and everything. That's why we're there, brother. You understand? That's why we're there. We have to teach the people them the right thing. We're not evil. Don't play this.
You talk about management. If we had not the bauxite levies to protect us, even when the production was down, Jamaica would have been bankrupt 2 years ago. And when those things hit us, comrades, you tell me what you would have us do. I remember when I went around Jamaica to you in your tens of thousands, in every parish of Jamaica, and I explained the economic crisis to you. I told you the blow that this little country that had suffered so much before was being asked to endure again. And I remember we put the choice to you, and I, we talked about it together. And I said the choice was simple. We can either look at thousands of children and put them back out. We can take all the schools that are building and stop building them. We can take every feeder road that is being cut for a farm.
We want to cut for farmer and Seaga come and call that peasant. You got train a pet for come do call the people them peasant and they might do the communists. Man, they come with communists who go do all kind of little things. Yeah, what am I do? And everything when I'm saying I do, I cut all them farm road that you know. Him do it. Eh? Remember this documented, you know, tape. It me a play. It's from 1976. See? It me a play. Them never know say them thing well documented and you can draw it back and Joe when they run out to them bag of bullshit. Him not supposed to depend on the ballot and that's no joke. No guy with them statutory declaration when I certify, not supposed to go in a chat. Unless you not promote criminality. Yeah? We don't talk. Please.
Losing $25 million of revenue. You talk about management. If we had not the bauxite levies to protect us, even when the production was down, Jamaica would have been bankrupt 2 years ago. And when those things hit us, comrades, you tell me what you would have us do. I remember when I went around Jamaica to you in your tens of thousands, in every parish of Jamaica, and I explained the economic crisis to you. I told you the blow that this little country that had suffered so much before was being asked to endure again. And I remember we put the choice to you, and I, we talked about it together. And I said the choice was simple. We can either look at thousands of children and put them back out. We can take all the schools that are building and stop building them.
Andrew, 10 years and all, no, you know, build one. Remember from 72 to 8 years that. 8. 10 years, you know, build one school. Don't go around and tell people to come tell lie and do all kind of foolishness. Remember, you do more time than Manley in I'm 2 term. 9 plus 10 years, depending on him get 8. Him get 8. You see, Allah, him never see that, you know, 8, that's so 8. And every day you hear what I talk about, he may tell us about police station, and me spend the most money on weapons of mass destruction. Rather than 15 years to you, look a boy. Me see you try to answer me with the ads. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to do a next show after this, you know. A next breaking news. We want to do around 3 different shows because I have that. I have to do a next breaking news. We are talking about you and police and they must do this, brother. You send them to go kill people. You tell them me, and remember you and them not supposed to take no other from you to kill nobody. That is criminality. You are a crab. You're not a politician. When you deal with legislation, you're not supposed to have no police to go shoot a man and them do that. That's against the law. But me see them do it. You said for me, maker, and them a tell lie on people pick me. I soon come back with that too. I mean, I come back with the money where you spend. And that woman there from down at ECJ, where it's a bullshit. I can deal with that case after this. I want to can't miss that, you know. Because I go on, but hey, the man, I use taxpayers' money and I run JLP ads, you know. Now, hey, when I play this too, no, hey, if you get the man forgot everything when you do criminality, you know. Never run that. Now, I do a next breaking news after this. Just to court feed. Continue with this.
We can take every feeder road that is being cut for a farmer and tell the farmer, cut. We said we can take the nutrition programs that are bringing food to thousands of mothers for the first time at last.
So, Seaga, at this, I bring a destabilization thing, but I'm trained for do. I'm bringing communists in our country. And these are the institution where you say, man, they set up, because of them, I'm set up. This is what I'm doing to our people. It's there. Everything's right there, them not going away. Housing trust not going away neither. Water commission not going away. No, the thing them not going away no better. They are there still. But this is how you lie and wicked, brother. Hey, them wicked enough. Them wicked enough. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then we can stop it, we can cancel it, because world conditions had us in hard times. But I was proud of you, my comrades. In every meeting that I went to, in Port Antonio, Port Maria, Mandeville, Montego Bay, Sablama, Mapen, Santa Cruz, Black River, Spanish Town, all over Jamaica, you came back to your movement with one voice. And you said, no turning back. No turning back. And you charged us to go another way, which was to say, keep the children in their schools. Keep the baby milk moving to the mothers. Keep the houses building. And ask those that can pay more taxes to pay more. You said, let the nation sacrifice so that the majority may be saved. And I say, God bless you. Trust the masses every time. Trust the masses every time. And so we put on the taxes, not rudely, not in bad temper. We put them on with apology, with courtesy, with explanation. And every Jamaican that cares for this land more than for himself said, you are right, and said, right on. But the clique, oh no, oh no, there was a weeping and a wailing and a gnashing of teeth. Some of them are holler, some are ball. And the clique suddenly became like a collection of chichibud. Because we went to them. We went to the private sector and we said, in the face of this fantastic...
Tell you how we know the private sector organization of Jamaica, I went to them, call them the clique. I tell you.
Pressure. Help us now out of love of country. And we said, produce now as you have never produced before. We said, produce now as you have never produced before.
You hear what man say? Andrew Wallace, he no say about investor, foreign investor, where go far away, want investor to give up the land and give them all kind of things. Investor. Yeah? We don't make nothing really for an investor. If we make just a little talk, that don't make no sense with it now going to a country like this. We have too much of them there already. See? It don't make sense. Every year you come and say invest and then you give your next piece of land. extra amount how much thousand acre. We are going to invest. So when they don't have nothing to invest, them take up the whole place now and control the whole of Jamaica. Can't sell it out, you know. What happened to the people then? We don't have no more to invest. For investor come buy and invest pan. What happened? Him say, produce now! Produce, who want produce? Who want build up back factory and do things and manufacture things and sell, brother. Yes? We don't want to do this. You don't tell them up the boy investor, mash up that, you know. I'll be a shit angel, you know. Continue.
Because our nation is in a crisis that is not of Jamaica's making. And I say it for some, they have produced as never before. And I say hail to those producers that have produced as never before. But there was another part, the clique, that even though we gave practical, realistic incentives, a whole package of incentives to show that it was more than rhetoric, that it was a real and concrete appeal to produce. They said no. They said the only way we will produce is if you stop talking of socialism. They said the only way we will produce is if you stop having a foreign policy. They said the only way we will produce is if you break your friendship with Cuba. They said the only way we will produce is if you stop meddling in Southern Africa. They said the only way we will produce is if you turn it all back. And when you deliver the people.
Well, Paradigm you want this right now. Kind of for them that they do, them that they same way. You see, Africa, when them do this, and even so, come on, they go against the South Africa thing too, you know. So look for our people, them man, the ultimate leper, US not nothing to it. Yes. But you want to come mingle in a Jamaica affairs and do all kind of foolishness. You man, our country, man, tell them not do it, man. You can't, any party where sell out the country, you can't run around them. Jamaica Labour Party should get dismantled, and you have a next party come up, but not them. And they all I want them to charge for treason. Them go, and this, listen. You could have come from UK and betray your country so and stand in a run up and dog, see me and everything all right. You could have come from US and do that. You can't betray your country. And then continue to tell lie and run up and down with them. And you are turned minister and all kind of things. Because you trick the people then. And continue to tell lie. Eh? No piece of shit. It's wrong. You couldn't do Canada and betray the country neither. Any real country can. You couldn't, a matter of fact, you couldn't get China and betray them. Them string you up long time. You go Jamaica and then they run up and down and still continue with them like them to go away. You understand? Continue play.
People to us again as we had them before. Then we will produce. They go around Jamaica and they say to the people, if you abandon socialism, if you forget equality, if you forget justice, if you forget the struggle of the poor of the world.
You know about Jamaica alone, you know. Because me myself, we cater for the world war one. So at the struggle of the poor of the world, if you get you see what the mother brain there. Different. But you still have the propaganda and all kind of thing. That's why Big Mama for run out and tell the truth. A program like this, and him can't bear it no more because them adults him a liar too like Andrew Wallace, you know. Yeah? But when him can't hold it, there's some people are marking him to tell them, because they want to hear from him and tell them, so no, share do this and them do that. And it documented so we can't go around that. And do not try to go around it, because it's a piece of shit too, you know. Yes, continue.
If you turn your eyes inward while our black brothers are killed and murdered in Soweto, if you...
Why Jamaican this? But it's a black man. Like so man holding. You see married to a nice dark-skinned lady. Right? Good. Vals them married to white people because them are white people. Yeah? Them did have one when Elijah Clark married to a white foreign woman. And them same one bring racism. When you look at the Jamaica Labour Party, let me tell you, the one from down carrying than a white man too, you know. Mike and we, you know. When they're not white, them are Chinese, them are every kind of nation. Them did, and then same one I draw a race card. Don't make them draw on the race card pound. Look at the Wilbars family. Yo, come mix with the black and white man. Them on the can't make them chicken up. When them do this, they dry upon them. Them is nastiness. Long more when I say run out per market, your husband a white man. Google her and Google her husband and look on it. Foreigner too, not a Jamaican. And not even Jamaican, you know. Foreigner. Yeah, foreigner. Dark father-in-law, white guy from England. The one who run the Macho Samu drunk jacket, a white guy from England too. But them a draw race cards, stop it. You have to fling them out back in and then them have some could don't send one run up and down with them. Like when I eat that, just to go on, man. Remember for your draw that to them I expose all around, you know. I can't be no hypocrite around here, so. Man born in Jamaica, man born in Jamaica. Yes. Yes. See Mark going born in Jamaica too. But you want to put him all about this and a draw card when drunk jacket are British. Yeah, British. That father line of the Senate team are British. I be in a white people, them just look on them, the man. What I'm telling you, stop with them draw card and tricking on him lie too. But Norman Manley, that's what I showed the Norman Manley yesterday. Norman Manley send Marcus Garvey up prison 102-year-old lie. When the man get arrested in a United States and them have him there prison and all kind of things, you have to lie? And people, brother. We know our history. What happened to you? You're in the wilderness, me live. What I'm telling you. Play this lone song.
Make us feel that we, the clique, are in charge again. We will produce, we will open the money bags, and I say to them, the masses of Jamaica are not for sale. The masses of Jamaica are not for sale.
Not for sale.
For sale.
Because, comrades, we have lived with the clique before. We lived in the world of the crumbs from the rich man's table. And I say Jamaica is at the point of decision now. We watch how certain sources abroad try to smash up our tourist trade by writing vicious articles about us.
All right, so we play something. Wait a show about the article here, man. That about 76. Them start from 76. That are 82. You notice how them have them know one. Man, they didn't know. Me talk about it. Me tell you same talk about it. You hear what I'm saying, Kawhi? Continue.
And we wonder whose hand is manipulating the strings. Here is nobody's hand. They tell me nobody does it. They tell me the whole thing happened by accident. I don't believe it. Because when I look inside Jamaica, there are people with a motive to turn us back.
I see I got them. And when they look outside, they say, them. So it's the same, they know. This is 76. If they know. Yeah. You understand? Watch out.
And some of the articles about Jamaica are procured from inside Jamaica. And when I look outside, there are those with a motive to put us in our place and teach us our manners and tell us who are we to believe that we can tell a bauxite company what taxation to pay. Who are we?
Who are we? And you have them have all kind of industry. And you have bauxite. And build rocket and do all kind of things. And them want to say, who are we? Can them have him up from the backside, you know? But it help we. Give it the free education, give it the free school. Yeah, it give it the free education, it give it the free health, it build up the whole place, the farmer, do all kind of things to we. And so you want people for work and build up your place. It build up the school them. And your oldness, No build one school. Bruce build any? No. Andrew build any? No. 10 years and not even one school. You can both go police station and lock up. And weapon of mass destruction to kill out the people them. And both, and I tell you in front of me, can you imagine? Can you imagine you in your place, you in your ghetto. Sit down in your ghetto. And you wait and you want something to go through and when you look. This government, this criminal government, right now, come on. We have investors and we are getting investors. You question yourself. That what that do for me? In a deep part of my ghetto, what that do for me? When you get little tax, you wrap it up. What that do for the country? That not give me a job same way. And everybody will get a job. Even 1 or 2 of them get a little things, a little slave thing, it not really help the country. Because when them tourists come by the millions, and you stay in for them own hotel, that means the money stay foreign. Only thing you did for the year and the little tax. But can you imagine the money I stay in the bank at Jamaica where you can spin over and do everything. When the money come in, it's because that Jamaica own all these tourism places. Can you imagine the money I stay in the bank and I turn over and everything? Where you keep it? In the bank. When them buy things, it's straight to Jamaica. It does grow the economy. You know, come to Jamaica, it stay. You buy a ticket online, it stay there. They will give the tax when a year in time, I wait to get the tax. That doesn't make no sense to me. And you can't sell out for land to these people. What we are doing later, we don't want nothing. Yeah? Me no want to hear about fucking investors. We want to say factories are built and we are going to produce. Yeah? This is bullshit. This is what we want to see. We want things. Do like what man said. Whenever you must say investors, you see them do the backside. We produce. When you have a hotel where it produce. Where it produce. People them just come on now. People them just come stay and think the money stay foreign. Eh? And them buy the things that even the food where them have them buy it and then bring in them own chef and bring in them own thing. Them going to have 2 little slaves to spread them 2 little bed. You think people are that and you know if not get paid. Go through it till you live off. And you can't chat to no tourists because you get fired. So it's a slave then. You can't even talk to no stories. I say a youth in a bar, in one of them hotels when you look. The man just come and fire him on this spot and him have to say, me say anything to no. Oh, that's impossible now. You are a worker, you can't say nothing to your guests. Hello, how you doing? You all right? Nothing. That's a slavery here. And that you stop. You say to get fired. No, don't approach them. Let them approach you, don't say nothing to them. That not look good to me, not at all. Because anywhere else, in a Canada, you're going to, which boss could I tell the people them say them can't come talk to you? Boss can't tell them that. Eh? Continue.
Who are we to stand behind Cuba when she goes to the liberation of Angola by the defeat of the fascist and apartheid troops of South Africa? And they say, who are we? Poor little Jamaica, who are we to mix up in all that? Well, I will tell you who we are. We are Jamaican, and with little power. And having told you who we are, I will tell you why. Because we know that for 300 years we have lived under that system, and all we got was slavery. And when we didn't get slavery, we got bad sugar prices. And when we weren't getting bad sugar prices, we were getting hovels to raise our children. We know what that system has meant for us. We know what the masses got when the bauxite buildings were being built in Jamaica. They got nothing. And we are not for sale. We are not for sale. And tell them anytime they are willing to deal with an honorable Jamaica based on principles, sovereignty, pride, and dignity, then we will talk the investment of the money.
A real man, yes, and that's got to deal with Principle, sovereignty, pride, and dignity. You can't allow, I will not do follow fashion thing, you know. And you can't say, but when you look on the most talk, then you make people step on you. And I said, going to the world, brother. Every man equal, you know. Yes. You understand? Unless you're a man too. You understand? You don't believe in that? Yes. You're that sovereign country, you deal with it on a level there. With principle. I'm believing in that. Pride and dignity. And you don't have none doing, you know. None of them. Continue.
But if we are to return to our knees, they can keep the money, we will find another way. And my friends, you're in for a tough time. But this year, for the first time, the Jamaican people have learned the difference between suffering and struggle. Every worker knows, the workers that used to walk the picket line with me, that took the tear gas together, that were arrested together, that lay down and block the streets of Kingston together. When the conditions are bad, you suffer. And if sometimes you have to go and strike, you suffer even more. But you suffer for a cause. And when you suffer for a cause, that is not suffering, it is struggle. I want you to say that word with me. Struggle. 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 Every worker that has ever had to go hungry on a picket line knows what it is to struggle. And when he has won his strike, then the suffering is over and he enters a new pasture of joy and principle. And they're making us suffer now. But what they did not realize is that the masses would show the capacity to struggle. I tell you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. God bless you. God bless you. No power can turn you back once you learn to struggle. When the time comes, we know where we are going.
This way, I'm say yes, sir, you know. You hear the things them when set up, some of the things them when set already. Andrew, at 8 years, 72, 8 years, couple more, 72 to 8 years, 8 years. Not 10. You get 10. You're 9 plus. I go real 10 now. 9 more than 9.5 now. So at 10 you get. Right? 10. 8 years. 8 years. Yeah? And the things we put in, remember, because you know do nothing better. You repair, you repair 2 stations, repair. That's why them to go repair and you want to use it for run things. Buy a weapon of mass destruction and boast about it. You don't have no sense that even one school better. Continue.
And we will remember then the basic schools that we built because we know where we are going. We will remember the daycare centers that we are building because we know where we are going. The National Youth Service that we have started because we know where we are going. The Pioneer Corps that is launching because we know where we are going. Jamal and literacy and into the light for the masses because we know where we are going. And we are going that place. They believe. They believe. They believe. Bless their craven little heart. They believe that we are going without the middle class. But they are wrong. Look about you. 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 comrades, there is now equal pay for equal work because we know where we are going. We have a minimum wage law now because we know where we are going. We have compulsory recognition of trade unions now because we know where we are going. We have real protection for workers now because we have a family court for mothers now because
you must think the man put in family court very important. Can you have some little guys? Them go around and them donate something and them don't want to look at them kids. I say no, can't work. Family court for no. You work here up and down and do a family court for you. Go a family court. You have to take care of your youth. Saying, but the mothers them. Hear this, Andrew, these are the things we are talking about when you say achievements here. Continue.
There is status for children now because we're having worker participation in the industry now because
participation in industries. That's the same thing where you said, there's so much thing you bring in to train up people in everything. And you just package it and call it something in the sound I run up and down like people that eat that. You never have them gang there. See, I got them in gang man. Continue.
And community councils now because
you have community courts in their community now. Right now, we can go and talk to community council, you know. That fight time for your community, yeah? When you get rid of it, you want to have them back a war and them, hey, them for coming back, yeah? All right. These are what people who really mean the country good. This is about to destroy. When I say when it's a piece of crap. Continue.
And rent tribunals now because and community health aids now because
community help aid. You have the whole of these things. Make sure you look about community, not some township. The whole of them get rid of them community help aid and them things, you know, if you come back. So whenever I have a township there, I through them come with them blood and them, yeah, I come with them shooting and them burning them. Yes? Them. You understand? And them say I got to dismantle some of them things, you know? Come back.
And National Housing Trust now because
you live on this like dicks. We are building now, it depends on auto. The man built it on the auto and then you try to throw a man like this under the bus. It's a garbage, brother. Yeah, you're garbage, man.
And sites and services housing now because
this is housing, I like up on Nannyville. Then build a wall. We have a house up there because we work on it. You build a wall and then like 2 houses. One over there, so one over here. So you build up your house. So you have a 4-bedroom. You design it though. You design how you do your thing. You get it a bathroom there, so and then you add you have to pipe everything running up. But I just one wall up, so then you have to build. People have to build them own house, and that good too. So when you're done the place, look on and even look. I build up, you know. It's not, and the government build it right. Just one wall. Now bigger. And then you have a bathroom part where you lock up your tool and everything. Just start to put your door, just one wall. See? And you go and you build a thing. Mark out the thing, you build a thing. You build it. Carry one build a thing, that good too. Great. You understand? Continue.
And roll back of rent now because to the workers' housing now because the school feeding program now because nutrition for pregnant women now because old age pensions by the 30,000 now because
old age pension, brother. Them man are putting the whole of them thing I want to run with you. I want to what happened to you? What happened to you? No, this other Leninist Marxist brigade is still like the one they bring in and people around the brigade is bullshit. Bullshit. Because brigade is tell us a communist, you know. This is what Seaga, you know, indoctrinate the people them with, you know. And them run with it, you know. Yeah, they put 40 first, then party with one bag of bullshit. You hear what the man did I do? But they're still in that indoctrinate the peasant people. Call them peasant. Seaga. All him born for charge for treason too. Continue.
Rural electrification now because
rural electrification. Me say dead man. I don't know. Rural electrification. No man, they bring in them thing at man. What happened to you? No, you take 8 years and bring in the whole of these. These are foundation for the country. And you take a man like this one thing under the bus when you look at it, think himself. Me throw out harder, man. I throw me off, you know. I'm not put them, you know. Play.
Be the road for farmers now because
Brick the road for farmer. Me not tell the same cut the road them. Me not tell the same cut the road them for the farmer. And cut them. And cut the road them, the farm road them. Yeah. A man like this at work, you saw the money go. You know, I see with 28 bank account. You know, see me not like these things. And it take 8 years and do the what. A matter of fact, I never did 8 this, you know. At 4 years, 76, when I said the whole of this I will bring in, you know. 4 years. I've been listening everything where I do 1976 this. And a 1918 attack. 1976. 4 years. And I'm pushing the whole of them already. 4 years. 1 term. Because the election out for run, the term never even done when I do this. 4 years. Take do this. 4. Change the landscape. And we need time for the what? Man, you forgot, man. 4 years. Continue.
better farm prices now because microdam built by our Cuban friends now because
Cuban friends come build microdam and then build school to and build other things. Microdam. And go look at the meaning of microdam where it go. So they can't get water and when no good. Microdams. They hear. But this now was communist, according to them. Continue.
Project land lease now because
land lease. Why is it them with land lease? Land lease. Lease are all enough. Go farm up on that and you get to own all the land to man. They man do everything for uplift poor people. And then set him up and do all kind of little things. And then Andrew know that try come throw the money under the bus. Andrew the wrong thing. That's why I'm so angry, you know. Come have to teach the people them the truth. But for draw out all of these files. Not what you say, but things were documented. Go yes, man, and throw it out to them. Yes, man. You're dangerous, brother. Play.
Sugar workers cooperatives now because
sugar workers, it's too much. 4 years. 4. Not the whole 8. I mean there for 8. 4 years. The first 4 this. The first 4. When I say them man do things that beneficial to right across the board. Can you use sugar workers? Them get house too. Them have the cooperative too. Saying 4 years.
bauxite lands return to Jamaica now because the bauxite levy now because
4 years. 4. Another bauxite thing they give it a free education, give it what we want. Free education, build up the place to all kind of things. You get back your land to return to Jamaica whenever you want it. 4 years in take and do this. And this year talk about work. And you come out and go for your bug, then go for all bus and I show you. And be on truth, I'm gonna eat that. And don't come here with the foolishness. Continue.
The International Bauxite Association now because
bauxite, it coming like OPEC. Or OPEC with the island, international OPEC. We have an International Bauxite Association. 4 years. 4. Do all of these things. You never know something documented, Andrew. Yeah, you know, have no sense, man. But you may notice that young people there over the PMP. You come to tell lie. You never know, so we have them. Can't draw upon them. See, that's what I mean at the wilderness, brother. Go in the wilderness to get to study, you know, mix up with bungles. Saying, yes. So things that we're doing in the wilderness are to uplift the place and keep them real and honest and no tabloid, yeah? Continue.
Majority ownership in bauxite companies now because the joint ventures with Mexico now because the national shipping line now for the first time at last because
the national shipping line, them get rid of it too, you know. We have a shipping line, we don't know that, right? First time. 4 years. And this is about we put in. So, we're proud of you, you know. Real man there, you know. The father and the son, yes. We're man there, man. Like a light. And Sir Norman come set some things the way. We played Sir Norman yesterday, because them tell lie upon him, you know. Yes. We have the evidence to prove, man. Remember me not come chat like with them do, you know. Yeah. Yes. Hear this.
A third world foreign policy now that trade union of the poor because
foreign policy trade union of the poor worldwide, you know. Them not like that some big country are watching and say, don't worry. Now look at this other rock here set so much thing like at them around the world. Get rid of the rock. Oh, call, oh, Seaga, oh, and ban up here, yes. Live in CIA, Seaga. You get the youth them down again, train them up. Him train them up, you know. Paramilitary, you know. Them train them fine. Me say, some man did say some of them have to brush each other, you know, like a chain thing, you know, because them stiff, you know. Yes, and when them stiff, them naked up and go on with them things and come down, come burn out people, you know, to get gunshot. But for Black Road. Then them tell lie, the propaganda. Them do the thing and then them say you do the thing. Oh, them fools, man. Eh? Hear this.
We know where we are going. We are creating a new man. We have begun the building of Socialist man.
Yes.
We are working towards the day when there will be no more masters and no more servants.
You hear the aim of the man have equal. No more masters. This is what we're going. When we get them invested in a tourism, you know, a masters and slave, you know. Because they now get good pay. You could have look about 15 rooms for a day. But one room I went for 300 or 400 US. You now get 400 US a year pay for the 2 weeks. You already look about 15 rooms to 20 rooms per day. And then they ever give one pay for one. And then they might give 15 rooms when you clean them and do everything. They might take one of the room a year pay for the day. One. You don't even get it for 2 weeks. 60,000? 60,000 for 2 weeks? No, 30, maybe 30. You never get one room money for the whole week, 2 weeks where you work. For your pay. That not good. That can't be good. Yeah? And then every day them get up. We're investment. And it's a piece of crap. Yeah? Yeah. You see me I say? Them have more, yes, them come out with voters list at 83. Yes, them come out with a voters list more than with them can 83 snap election. Them have voters list more than with them having a better. And they can't. Yes, man.
But only one together in the Lord. And we are learning now to go not upon our knees, but as true, sovereign, human, dignified human beings, because we know where we are going. Be disciplined, be worthy, in the name of every child in every hovel, anywhere in Jamaica or in the world, in the name of every black man working out his days in the indignity of his servitude in Southern Africa, in the name of every mother whose heart is an agony as she gazes upon her baby and asks, what is there for you, my little one? In the name of every Jamaican who cares for justice, in the name of every youth who has died, in the name of Sam Shah, in the name of Paul Bogle, in the name of George William Gordon, in the name of Marcus Garvey, in the name of Norman Manley, In the name of every victim that ever lived, in the name of every martyr that ever died, we will not fail, we shall overcome.
No. But you hear all them things, them don't know say documented. But them do continue to tell lie and put some dunce on some big mama mouthpiece where they chat one bag of bullshit. How many did about it? Somebody did that and I chat some bag of bullshit. Oh, them did that man just so you know. And I ain't born down this, but hey, it documented piece of shit. Stop it. Stop it. You a prime minister like this will build up a country. And you make a foreigner guy, when I'm in Jamaica, come indoctrinate you. And you're still in flicky power. And so manly come with bigger than stuff, indoctrinate the peasant. And I indoctrinate with bull crap. I want to take it because they love party more than country. When is a piece of shit when they sell out? Enough to me, for charge for treason, brother. Yeah. When if charge for treason, 4 years. Wait, your man that talk about 4 years. Him do the whole of these things. 4, 1 term. Them just do election, where him attack. 1 term. First term, the one of them put in. We're benefit our fight right now. The housing trust where I run up and down. No, below 100,000. You might take money from housing trust to run the budget. That's for sure say it flap. You might say, we run the economy, but you have to take 11.8 billion from that we're not supposed to do. We could have get cheaper houses if we not take out these money. Yeah? For push up on the budget. And we don't this way look the budget move from 600 billion to 1.2 trillion. And I'm still at one bag of foolishness. And we don't one bag of garbage. So you don't ask him about me can do maths and you double it. What you mean? Then when you get the money from you, I print them, sir. Explain to me. You're garbage. When you come and say these things, people will tell you and explain this to me because alone some crunch numbers. I may tell you say you chat bullshit. I may have your yesterday. I may have the pink piece where they want to raise taxes. Anyway. But you know if anything go up, it increase taxes with it too, you know. So when my talk is bullshit, don't follow it. This guy dangerous. Very dangerous. Very. You understand? See, Big Mama, we're going to talk about this later, you know, because we're going to walk them again, you know. But if you come back, maybe by 12 o'clock, no, if you come back by maybe by 1:30, you know, by 2, I have to come walk them because Andrew take the money. And everything what Andrew do, have to have some criminality behind it. But they don't do the police them too, you know, but I have to do them one because I want to do the Andrew thing. Because it's very important. The one with the police, with the one and youth and all kind of things. Like him, the loser and already. Where I say police, I did not fire the rifle. When I put in clip and hold it and bust it. I don't know. I did not fire the rifle, right, police? And them give some different area where the youth them come from. 2 of them come from different country. One come from St. Thomas, one come from down there. So one I hear still them not gang and them a do a lie when I tell me, you know. You know, so when I mix up when I say one more. I say when I met I don't say it. I want to come say it, me have it, me have the video. But me I do the one with Andrew. I want to hear this, so Andrew, I make you hear the ads them when I play. The man I do it like it's like a government ads. But I tell you say Andrew, film admin, Andrew one is administration. That is political ads. When I use our money and I run. Remember, I didn't listen to them anymore, but we have to show it still. Yeah, and I make you hear it, so I play it. When I come, I have to launch that. By give me like, no what, soon 12, like soon 11. So like 1 o'clock. Me I come back, come launch. When I get the notification, when I get it. Come here, go, hey, me have to come do that one day. Then me do the police one after. But we have, you know, so we have Titans later where I always, yeah. Him have a lot, hey, calling them for charge him for treason too, you know. Because he know better than that. He make them sit down there and tell lie per manly. And then now him start talk the truth. Him get schooling through man the thing too, you know. Yeah, you can't do that. You don't aid in and betting like him and Josh Davis, them fans to a lot of things. You understand? Him is the next piece of nastiness. When go to campaign, but good thing you have things like you have people like me going that way. Remember, you know, Like the sermon, they say, we are not for sale. We are not for sale. More than damn dirt, more than boy. We are stand up for the country. They must stand up for party, and I tell people, But tell me what, round here, so, I have the thing, them, man. It documented and I have them. So you go touch history, you know, so I can expose them down. But like when they run out and talk first, I can use it and expose them. And draw the lightest thing whoever walk on earth. And one of the big, I be a lie, I'm telling you. But one of the biggest lie, I want to tell lie about him grandmother and then him mother and father and sister. One room and then 2 rooms can't be true. And him continue like up there and tell them about transformation and all kind of thing with the old bus, with the plaza. Right now, may I tell you, we have around 90,000 people living in St. Thomas, almost the bush. Right? And if them took up that half a move in that place, it done. You understand? It done. It done. Well, upon for what? Rainforest, what? 1150, 1,150 for a pound of what? What fish? Eh? Man, turbo man. Anyway, when you go show the people them that told me just show now. Big Mama have to come and him have to talk the truth for one time in our life. One time in our life. And I come out with more truth. Anyway, later, me soon forward. I'm out.
We are beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump sum we are beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomb and
when people like the government of a country, it's the servants protect the people of that country, not to put them life in misery. You understand me, Luciano?
Government, stop pressuring the poor.
Oppression.
Politicians, your judgment coming for sure. It's a government in your regiment. Stop pressuring the poor.
We can't take it no more,
Politicians, your judgment coming for sure.
Yo, politician, for the evilest mission, who know we blame. True money and power.